Alright, so I got another submission. It's from the same group of guys, although it looks like they've got a different scout today. And they're playing against a team that I know a few people on, pretty familiar with Real and Fog, and I know whoever Japanese characters or East Asian characters is, but I don't exactly know right offhand. So we'll get started here, and we're going to watch them play Process, which is a relatively new map in the Sixes rotation. So we'll see how you guys do. This should be a much greater challenge than what you had last time. So we'll sort of follow your rollouts here, see if you can do them right. That's an interesting approach to the demo rollout. I mean, you're going to be slower than optimal, but it works. Yeah, and you want to try and surf these ramps. I'll attach the proper rollout video later. So here we'll actually get to mid. So you guys are favoring the right side. That's not a bad approach. Except for your demo gets picked right away. So again, if your demo's the first person to die, you've probably lost mid. And you lose soldiers. So you got a lot of people just hanging back. See how they're playing in a blob? And yours, like, you've got a couple people going into them and a couple people who aren't. If you're gonna attack them, you all have to do it. You also cannot hold second, really, in this format. So on Process, this is mainly for Lunchbox benefit. If you're gonna stand somewhere, holding up here is a very what I would call an aggressive stance for a medic to take, because that soldier over here is going to be able to jump you with one rocket jump, and he'll be right on your head. And the only thing your team has going for it right now is that you've got Uber to protect second. But he could take that away from you with no real penalty to his team. So if you're gonna stand somewhere, I would be standing here or here. That's really the only safe place for you right now, because if this guy's smart, he may try to jump you. The scout's there to protect you, but you know, things happen and you never know if you'll eat a rocket accidentally. Okay, he's gonna leave you be, so that's good. Your demo needs to trap up stuff, maybe in a little more complicated way than he has, but I guess, you know, it's expedient. And you got some guys in the flank here. So another thing on Process, while we're here, is you really don't want your scouts running around in here in situations where you really can't afford to lose your scouts, because right now you guys are on the defensive. They have mid, so they've got the spawn advantage and everything's even. They're sort of winning this right now, obviously. So don't have your scouts running around down in here, because they'll get dominated by a soldier. Your other soldier who's up top there is doing the right thing. Okay, Captain's doing a good job of staying back. You don't want to stand here, really. If you're gonna be with your pocket, being right here on the pipe is like your best bet, really. But standing on the point is really dangerous. So, I guess you guys are gonna try to push IT. You gotta pick so you can go. You need to get going, and they have really bad health, so you guys are in good shape. But you're not gonna. Why aren't you pushing? Like, you gotta pick. They had bad health. You should have gone. Instead, you're just gonna stay. Are you just gonna stay? Also, the sewer is a terrible place for scouts. Unless you surprise someone in here, they're probably gonna kill you if they're a soldier. So you guys had a push, but then you gave up a pick for no reason when you should have been going through. And there's this. Okay, you got another pick, so things are okay. You're pushing choke. You drop your demo. So this is a better Uber for them, really. You shouldn't have gone this deep, because now it's just you and your pocket soldier against whatever they have to throw at you, and you out DM him, so. Oh, they went behind you, I see, okay. You guys could get mid now. I don't like that bomb. So a key thing for newer players to know is killing the people isn't that important. It certainly helps, but the best thing that that soldier could have done is jump on either these crates or these crates, because it's really hard to shoot someone that's on the crates, right? So, unless you're a demo man or a scout who's actually on the crates themselves. So just jumping the crates, taking position, would buy you enough time to get your team to push up and cover you a little bit better. Your scouts, when they push this point on mid, should pretty much always come off the rock that's down here. And let me swivel it. They should jump off this rock or the big rock behind and get up top, because it completely takes away their ability to jump. Oop, pause there. Alright. Now they're starting to get spawns, but you're still winning. The scout that went upper there, Captain, I guess? Yeah, he did the right thing. This other scout is not. Okay, good decision by by Fresh to take the upper there. See how it's holding them back despite the fact that he's not really doing anything? Because they really don't want to fight you. It's unfortunate that he didn't have more help to fight that scout. Oh, you've got stuff running around behind you. Okay, just keep your medic up and reset. You had some disorganized fights. You should still be okay. Particularly because you have Uber. You can defend this point without much trouble. Now, one thing I'd like to see you do here is... oh, hell. Okay. They are pushing in. You've got a scout up there in what's called IT, or BATS. That's sort of the BATS area coming out of IT. But they're down here. You should exchange Uber with them right now and get them to pop down here. Fight them on your terms. Don't let them push in on you and then decide to pop. See, because now you're having to split. Your team's disorganized. Maybe you're going to turn out okay. Your med's going to go down. So... for all intent, well, you get their med too, so that's good. The scouts running around behind is going to probably take second. Yeah. Oh, clutch. Do I know him? No, I don't. I can't see him. So my scoreboard's a little small in this format. This isn't really a point that you could try to, well, okay, you out-DM them, so... you should push mid right now. You should gather up and push mid. See, they're two down relative to you. You don't have your demo man, and that's problematic, but neither do they. Instead, you're just gonna... now, see, the problem with resetting is their medic got up a little bit earlier, and so he has a solid, 25+% advantage on you. And if you don't build it effectively, it's going to get a lot higher, assuming they actually build effectively as well. I don't mind this pressuring of choke. Leaving your IT open with both your soldiers and choke, though, is a little dangerous. Yeah, see, they've negotiated that Uber advantage into a much higher advantage because you guys aren't building effectively. And now your soldier's dead, so you've given them the green light. And your demo's dead, so you're gonna lose immediately. Yeah. So build those Ubers. Try and keep an organized defense that's not gonna let you just get bullied out like that. Because you basically had everybody in a big group over here, and it was really easy for them to just spam you out. And that's that round. I'll attach a video of the demo man rollout for this. I don't assume that your demos practiced it maybe a lot, so I know it's a different demo today too. So I think I know Dreadnought. I think I've mentored him in the past, actually. We'll see if he hits it. No. So you need to hit the ramp lower to surf out and not take damage from the fall, because he's hurt right now. Alright, you get a good kill there to start. You get 2 good kills to start, so you guys are winning this. You just have to play together. There you go, good double bomb, except for somebody gets air shot. pressuring the point effectively. That's a good mid. You could maybe chase the med and not let him get away, but okay, you're doing a good job of checking sewer. You just need to check that. You don't need to actually use it for anything. Another thing that I really don't like is you need to have more than just your demo and med here. You need to, there's no reason not to bring a bunch of people through to this choke. I guess they were respawning, but it's really dangerous to have your demo just sitting there and nobody was covering IT. So you get dropped like nobody's business. So I'm going to go over kind of like how I like to hold this point. So you want to think of every point having 2 default holds. One hold you use when you have Uber or you have advantage. And that one's going to see your demo, your pocket, and your med all standing up here in choke. Then you'll have your roamer over here in IT or lab or computer. You'll hear it called various things. They'll be over there, and then you'll have a scout backing him up, kind of standing back here, or with the combo building Uber with the Boston Basher to conserve ammo. And then your other scout just periodically runs around and checks sewer and checks IT to be helpful. And he gets buffs when he crosses the combo if you're not building. That's the hold you guys should have gone with. I don't really know what you all were doing, but they got through IT and nobody even knew it, and you can't be doing that.
Alert! The control point is being contested.
You're gonna have to give second. The only thing that you can hope to do right here is to pop their Uber. And you should not, the med should not be out here in this. That was a huge risk. The best thing you can hope to do is pop their Uber, and they're not gonna pop it. You gotta just sell out for the medic. Don't bother trying to kill the people. So you got a pyro. That's an okay decision. Yeah, they pushed lower right. So while we're on the topic of pushing last, don't push this way if they have a demo man alive or more than 2 people alive. It's terrible.
Alert! The final control point is being contested.
I would like to see you heal the heavy more there, but they just get on the point, so it can. Alright. That was a bad hold. You need to try and hit the ramp. Like I said, I'll attach the rollout video. Oh, that's bad. That's bad. See, their demo's getting there with 175 and much faster. Well, I mean, he's getting his health kit. But your demo's totally lit, so you're not even going to come out. And had they had a little bit better bomb, yeah. So this is just a wash. Yep, and you lose your med. So that's pretty much round right there, unless something happens to their medic. Scout made a good attempt to get out, but you guys are basically screwed. That was a poor choice of bomb in that early. They pushed lower right again, which is was better in this case. I like the lunchbox tried to get out and defend it. Okay. So right now, your demo's rollouts are really hurting you because he's not able to do anything in mid. I know it's not your... Oh, yeah, that's bad. Yeah, he's not going to be able to do anything. Yeah, see, he's shooting that sticky there, and their demo's already pushed up all the way over here, so you guys are locked out again. On the next rollout, I'll watch the rest of the people, since I've kind of criticized the hell out of Dreadnought already. So, alright. Now, you guys are standing in a terrible position right now, but you have Uber advantage. If you were back here or back here, you would have probably... You have your Uber right now, but you're 2 down. If you'd have stood back and just used the size of the map to your advantage, you'd have your 6 people alive and you'd have Uber. And in this situation, they don't have Uber yet because they haven't been charging Fog very well. But right now you've got an Uber that's not going to do anything. And then Fog's going to have Uber for your last. I'd like to see that scout go for their med. But see, this is just another round that's going to go. Because you did nothing to Fog in that. And you popped Uber in a bad position after a bunch of people had died. So this is a time where pushing lower right works. Because they can lock you out of spawn effectively. I don't know where the rest of their team is, but it's not going to make a big difference because they have Uber.
The final control point is being contested.
You might be able to sell out and hold this. Because what they did wrong there was they didn't get on the point very quickly. So, yeah, you guys are going to hold this and you're going to have advantage. Which isn't particularly helpful in this situation, but it's a good thing to have. Yeah, see, when they have pressuring there isn't a good... I mean, it's alright to pressure a little, but they have spawn advantage, so basically anytime you lose someone, it's just punishing you. Because they're going to spawn much faster than you are. Yeah, so losing a scout there is bad. They're gonna have that pick for a long time. 15, yeah, it's 18-second spawn timer. If it were me, I would push off of that. Because he's not gonna be back for a long time. And they know you're gonna get Uber, so the best thing to do is to try to kill you before you get it. Alright, they're building with the scout. We'll see how you guys are holding this. You have Uber, so you can pressure the doors close. Alright? So right now, the problem with this defense, you know they're not in lobby, so you're not really covering it, which is fine. Lobby is the area behind these 2 doors. But if something were to come in on you, what's going to protect you right now? I'm talking to your med. What's going to protect you from a bomber if he came in right now? And the answer is nothing. So don't try and avoid moving around in these sorts of situations without a bunch of people around you. They're standing really far back, so it's going to be difficult for you to push. And your time for pushing is pretty much gone. So you're just going to have to sit still. And you lose a guy, and he gets to enjoy the 18-second timer, so that's awful. Because now they have Uber, and he's not going to be back anytime soon. They're pushing in a terrible position, though, so you should be able to kite this, and Captain gets a good shot on him. Yeah, get to the heavy, keep him alive. They lose their med. Everything's fine, so that's a terrible push on their part. They had a player advantage, and they botched it. You guys should be able to get out here. Except for this demo's in lobby. I'm really not a fan of pushing your combo and stuff through here on pushouts. It's much better to go through the lobby, this area back here. Because it gives you a lot better coverage. You still obviously want someone to go bats from over there and go through the shutter door clear on the right side there. And you have a scout behind you that you don't know about. So I'm assuming this is going to be Batcap City. Yeah. Oh, nope. Dreadnought saves the day. But that's probably Scrooge or push. If your med goes down, yeah. You can't... If you end up in a Batcap situation like that, maybe they were just slow pushing out. But you have to move as a group on that. You either have to sell out and go for second with 5 of your players, maybe leave someone behind to protect last, or just don't go at all, because all that's going to happen is that your combo's going to die, and that's exactly what happened there. So you should have been able to easily get second, minus the people that were behind you, and that stuff happens. But now you're just going to lose second eventually anyhow, most likely.
Time has been added.
Ubers will even out a bit. If you were really ballsy, you should push as soon as you get people there, because they're not... Boone and Sergeant DiCaprio aren't going to be there anytime soon, and they're telegraphing that by standing way back. Okay, you're gonna try and orchestrate a push. Let's see if you've got stuff in IT. You got some stuff in IT, although I would suggest not having that soldier on the ground unless he's gonna do something right now. You've got some good stuff going on in sewer. Again, don't have your medic with just the demo there. You need to have your soldier with him at least. Hopefully, even a scout. Ideally, you want to have, you know, a 4-person combo if you're meaning to push. Okay, and I don't like that your demo's single-deading sticks. I mean, it's not terrible that he's doing that, but he could have had a trap. And now you're forced to flash. Their Uber's a bit better, and you've got a soldier behind you, which you do a good job of cleaning up. As long as you can get your buffs out and get stuff going, they're apparently trying to push IT. Yeah. You guys should be pushing choke really aggressively once you get healed up. You have a person advantage, but you're going a little too slow for it to actually pay off. And you lose a scout in the sewer. Again, don't go in the sewer. Check it, yes, but don't approach anyone that's in there. This area is soldier land, and even in scout 1v1s, because of that health back, it's hard to win if they get the health back and you don't. Your demo's going to go down because he overextended, and now you've lost a second. Despite your Uber advantage, you've lost a second. Most likely. Especially because you don't have a demo, so they can push in for free without getting spammed.
Alert. The control point is being contested.
And they brought out a heavy. Yeah, you lose your meds, so it's a done deal
Our
here.
control point is being captured.
That's good getting the force out. That's very, very good. All your people need to bail out, though. There's no reason to stay in here while they're Ubered. Oh, and you get fog. Really well done by Captain Man. You get air shot. You're going to hold... No. You're going to hold second, but it's going to be a little tough. You're going to have Uber advantage, so that'll be okay. Ideally, you should establish a more aggressive hold here. They have a heavy. So knowing that they have a heavy, it means you're not going to be able to jump through as effectively. And that you're going to have to focus fire and probably bring a scout with your Uber to stop that heavy from being very effective. So you should be pushing. You've got 70%. Ideally, in these situations where you've got tons of Uber advantage, you need to bring through several people on the Uber, because there's no way they're ever going to reply, and the goal is not only to get mid, but their medic needs to die if you pop. So you need to take through a bunch of people on the Uber to make sure that their medic goes down, as well as you capping mid. Otherwise, you'll get mid, but they'll just Uber back in on you and you'll lose mid, most likely. Fresh going down there was really, really bad. Really. So if you have Uber advantage, your people need to make sure that they do not die, because you desperately need that soldier to push, and now you can't. So right now you should be Ubering on them with 3 people in the Uber. Unfortunately, you can't push. So you're going to have to siege you're probably going to have to siege... Okay, Sissel gets a good pick. The medic's hurt. You guys should be popping Uber on them right now. You get more picks in the flank. You get 3 picks. Why are you not popping... They pop Uber because they're afraid. So, okay, staying out isn't bad. You back up way too far, though. Like, you should be pushing right now. Why... What's... You know, that's the penalty you pay for backing up. Because now their people are respawned. And they're going to be here to back up this fight. Although it worked out, jumping a heavy is always a bad idea. Unless he doesn't know you're there. That soldier didn't know about the scout. He overextended a bit.
Our control point is being captured.
You should just focus on capping the point, and then setting up a defense that's going to... So we'll talk about a secondary hold. You know they're going to come back in on you with Uber. And really the best option is to sticky trap somewhere around here, either the choke itself or the rock somehow. And then to have your combo... Oop. I've made a mistake. Alright. Have your combo guarding IT here. Or on the crates on the IT side. When you're attacked, the medic exits through the sewers or through choke. And then you have your roamer on the crates on the other side over here. On the left side. Maybe a scout to help. And those are the two guys that are going to cause them to have to pop at choke. Your demo needs to play up around here somewhere and just spam them in choke. Or maybe trap IT. And then as soon as he gets word that the pop's out, he just sticky jumps out through choke. That's the kind of hold you need to look to be establishing right now. Running away to second is not the preferable option. Or attacking second. Excuse me, I was turned around. Okay, you've got picks, so that's going to delay their ability to push, in much the same way I just discussed earlier. You may be able to pressure in on that and force their Uber here. It's preferable for you. You've got 2 picks, so you should push regardless of the Uber. You can probably kite the Uber well enough. Okay, you even it out a little bit by losing a soldier. So you had a good, okay, you get more picks in the flank. They're in the meat grinder. You kill their demo. You should be definitely pushing. Wait, how did you get Uber? I missed that. Maybe some Uber saws or something went down. Okay. So you guys should totally be winning this. That scout needs to worry more about capping the point. Oh, it's already capped. Jesus. I'm behind on this. I spent too much time talking about second. But, it turned out. So you guys need to start aborting your push here. They've got a heavy and things. It's not going to happen. You do have huge Uber advantage. So once that soldier comes back, then you're just going to push. Standing here is probably not the best option because if somebody comes through here, they're going to kill your men. Right here isn't so bad. Where you are right now. So you need to push right now. Point of fact, pushing through here is not your best possible option because you're pretty much going to get popped really early. And then you're going to have to use most of your Uber simply to get to them. That's the best option is to go down through here and go towards their combo. So either left or right. So here you're popped. You lose the soldier in the entry. You're trying to get that. The best possible option for you there was to Uber the scout and kill the heavy. Okay, good. Your demo needs to get on the point. That's a good decision to kill the med there. And you're going to get around. Well done. It was a little tentative there, but Dread was able to keep it together. Alright, we'll look at the rest of these guys. You don't want to have both your soldiers jumping like that. You should have one sit still and get his full 300 buff and then jump. Are you doing like a fast? Yeah, you don't want your soldier doing this. This is bad. Yeah, so endemically, part of the problem is your soldier rollouts. If that, I've been watching the demo more closely because his rollout on this map is really important. But if your soldiers are doing that, that's not what they do. Your pocket equalizes, your roamer sits still inside spawn, gets a buff to 300, and then he can either do the really fast jumps to mid, or he can go slow. It doesn't matter. He does one rocket jump off the pole, maybe a second rocket jump off the wall, slides up the ramp, and then jumps basically from where the demo does. And that's really the only jumps that he needs to do. You need to have both your soldiers getting to mid with 300 because right now you cannot fight and you're going to get pushed out. Also, whoever equalizes should stop equalizing about here. Oh, and you're going to get flanked by a scout. So yeah. I'll probably find a demo of my team doing the process rollout, just to show what it ought to look like, and then I'll attach a video. I'll attach a video of the demo rollout for your demo, because I don't think Dread's your usual demo, but what he was doing there was not good. So you guys you got their med at some point, or they had to pop Uber. I wasn't really paying attention because I was too busy pontificating. So that's good. Your soldier should not have approached that closely. His death there is very unfortunate. Because if it were me, I'd be pushing. Okay, you're running a sniper. That's not a bad choice because they have Uber advantage. So another little point. Good job from Captain there. On the question of snipers, as long as you don't have Uber advantage, it's pretty okay to run a sniper as long as he's good enough to kill people. If you have advantage, do not run a sniper. I just put that in there for a little point. Okay, so you killed a scout. You're not really going to be able to push out, but you could try to force them, and that may disorganize them quite a bit. And you lose fresh, so that's really bad. Giving a pick for a pick. So on last, right, you got a pick on their scout. Getting a pick on someone and then replying by giving your own person is okay, as long as it happens very quickly, because they've got spawn advantage. So whenever your person dies, they will be up later than the guy that you picked earlier. Not only because, he died first. You should just be trying to heal the people. Yeah. See, your heavy was your best hope there, and you just let him die. Alright, we'll watch soldiers again on this rollout. So, what should happen here is one of your soldiers should sit still and not do anything. We'll actually watch this from your med's perspective. So, it's a good job riding demo there for a little bit. Okay, you are actually equalizing this time. You probably want to buff your scouts more aggressively there. You don't need to heal that other soldier until he's in front of you due to his jumping. There, your soldiers actually get to mid with health. That's good, that's good. Yeah, heal the demo. Now you're done with the demo. You don't need to ride him quite so hard. Try healing scouts. You gotta heal the scouts here. They're gonna be what wins you mid. Okay, that scout backed you up, which is what he wanted you to do because you ceded position. Now your soldier that's out there fighting might die. Yeah. So, that scout was there precisely to pull you back. Had you been healing scouts there, you would have won. Most likely. Let me look at the picks. Yeah, you had one of their scouts. So, even though it's 2v2 right now, for picks anyways, they're down a scout, and that's huge. Had you been healing your scouts, you could have definitely won that. And you personally wouldn't have had to worry about that scout behind you. Okay, Captain makes the right choice of trying to go for the med there. Because he was stuck in, so what else could he do? This is a bad spot to hold. This is a death trap. Because if they wanted to, they could bomb both soldiers in on you, and they would only need one rocket jump to get anything. Oh. I'm getting Steam messages. We'll wait for that to go away. Okay. Alright, you bleed a whole bunch of people. This is another situation where what you ought to have done with that Uber is when they were down... Oh, fiddlesticks. When they were down there, mucking about, not doing anything, you ought to have popped Uber on them so that they wouldn't be able to get the positional advantage on you that they did, which caused you to lose both your soldiers. You should also be running away with this Uber, because now you're dead. Yeah, if you get popped in situations like that, you should just get the hell out of there. Okay, now they're going to make the right choice, have a scout cap and go. Yeah, spy play's not going to work. because they made the right choice. In this situation, don't use your shotgun. Just for soldiers, only use your shotgun if you are going to kill them. So if you know for a fact that they're low, which real isn't low, if your first or second shotgun shot is going to kill someone, use your shotgun. Otherwise, just keep going with rockets. Reload rockets, especially in this situation where you're fighting 3 people. You need to do as much damage to these 3 people as you can, and the shotgun's not going to help you do that.
Alert. The final control point is being contested.
And that's GG. So I will attach to the end of this, to the video, the link to a demonstration of the process rollout for Demo Man, and I'll also attach a demo of my team doing the process rollout, and maybe even a mid-fight depending on how long this video's gotten, just so you can kind of see what I do from my perspective. Okay, and this is a rollout demonstration from the medic's perspective from my IM team, Disposable Heroes, for our first match of the season. This is just a random demonstration. I'm not sure if everything's exactly correct in it. So, yeah. But, I mean, it'll give you a general idea. So we heal the demo first. He does his jump, but is careful to stay in range. It's just the ESC setup. So now I'm pressing the back key. I heal that soldier up, and now I'm buffing scouts. Buffing scouts, buffing scouts. Still buffing scouts. Alright, there's my roaming soldier. Now I'm healing the pocket. Roaming soldier is going to mid. He's choosing to do a slower rollout, because that's kind of what we just wanted to do for this match. But if you see, like right now, he's got 242 health. I'm going to be able to touch him a little bit. We're going with the slow mid. I'm going to heal up the demo just a little bit so that he's got enough to do stuff. Now I'm going to pretty much just try and find scouts. Heal the pocket a little bit because he's there. Backing up here and there. And now we're going to just start dunking on people because we've got really good heals. I fight a little bit because the scouts are behind them and I needed to distract. And there, that's mid, they wiped. So our scouts had good control of upper, which kept the team pretty much locked in the back. I didn't even get bombed because of how early our demo was and how well he was able to put damage out. And I just tried to buff whoever was there, but staying aggressive until the picks tell you on your team to get out or not. We lost our demo and we lost our pocket, but everyone else is okay. So let the picks tell you when to back out. Don't play so passively. Heal scouts if you can on these mids. That isn't the best possible demonstration of a mid and how it should go, but I mean, at least the rollout will give you a general idea of what your rollout needs to look like.